Please do not think of me as old-fashioned. I pride myself on being a modern, up-to-date woman. I believe in all sorts of broad-mindedness, only I do not believe in women's suffrage, because to do that would be to deny my sex.
Women's suffrage is the reform against nature. Look at these ladies sitting on the platform. Observe their physical inability, their mental disability, their spiritual instability, and overall debility. Could they walk up to a ballot box, mark a ballot, and drop it in? Obviously not. But for the sake of argument, let's say they could walk up to a ballot box and mark a ballot. But could they drop it in? No. All of nature is against it. The laws of man cry out against it. The voice of God cries out against it. And so do I.
Man must remain man. Woman must remain woman. If man goes over and tries to be like woman, if woman goes over and tries to be like man, it will become so very confusing and so difficult to try to explain to our children.
I know you begin to see how strongly I feel on this subject. But I have some reasons as well. These reasons are based off of logic. Of course, I am not logical. I am a creature of impulse, instinct, and intuition, and I glory in it. But I know these reasons are based off of logic because I have culled them from men who it is my privilege to know. I've arranged my arguments against suffrage in couplets. They go together in such a way that if you don't like one, you can take the other. This is my first anti-suffrage couplet. If women were enfranchised, they would vote exactly as their husbands do, and only double the existing vote. Do you like that argument?
If not, take this one. If women were enfranchised, they would vote against their own husbands, thus creating dissension, family quarrels, and divorce.
My second anti-suffrage couplet is, women are angels. Many men have told me that I am an angel, and I have a strong instinct that tells me it is true. That is why I am anti, because I want to be an angel and with the angels stand.
And if you don't like that argument, take this one. Women are depraved. They would introduce into politics a vicious element which would ruin our national life.
Third anti-suffrage couplet. Women cannot understand politics. Therefore, there would be no use in giving women political power because they would not know what to do with it.
On the other hand, if women were enfranchised, they would mount rapidly into power, taking all of the offices from all of the men, and soon we would have women governors in every state and dozens of women acting as president.
Fourth anti-suffrage couplet. Women cannot band together. They are incapable of organization. No two women can even be friends. Women are cats.
On the other hand, if women were enfranchised, we would have all the women banded together on one side and all the men banded together on the other side, and we would have a sex war which might end in bloody revolution.
I have talked to many women suffragists, and I find them very unreasonable. I say to them, here I am, convince me. I ask for proof. Then they proceed to tell me of Australia and Colorado and other places where women have passed excellent laws to improve the conditions of working women and children. But I say again, what of it? Those are facts. I don't care about facts. I ask for proof. Then they quote the 8 million women of the United States who are now supporting themselves and the 25,000 married women in the city of New York who are self-supporting. But I say again, what of it? These are statistics. I don't believe in statistics. Facts and statistics are things which no truly womanly woman would ever use.
I wish to prove anti-suffrage in a womanly way. That is by personal example. This is my method of persuasion. Once I saw a woman driving a horse, and that horse ran away with her. Now, isn't that just like a woman? Besides, look at the hats women wear. And have you ever known a really successful woman governor? Or have you ever really truly known a successful woman president? Well, if they could, they would, wouldn't they? As for the militant suffragettes, they are all high hyenas in petticoats. Do you want to be a hyena and wear petticoats?
I am the prophet of a new idea. No one has ever thought of it or heard of it before. This is it. Women's place is in the home. Is it not beautiful as it is new, new as it is true? Take this idea away with you. You'll find it very helpful in your daily lives. I know the suffragists reply that all of our activities have been taken out of the home. The baking, the washing, the weaving, the spinning are all nonsense taken out of the home. But I say, all the more reason that something should stay in the home. Let it be a woman. Besides, think of the great modern invention, the telephone. That has been put into the home. Let women stay at home and answer the telephone.
It comes down to this. Someone must wash the dishes. Now, would you expect man made in the image of God, to roll up his sleeves and wash the dishes? It would be blasphemy. I know that I am but a rib, and so I wash the dishes. Or I pay another rib to do it for me, which accomplishes the same thing.
We antis do not believe that any condition should be altered. We want everything to remain just as it is. All is for the best. What is right. If misery is in the world, God has put it there. Let it remain.
Let me speak one word to my sister women who are here today. Women, we don't need to vote in order to get our own way. Don't misunderstand me. Of course I want you to get your own way. That's what we're here for. But do it indirectly. If you want something, tease. If that doesn't get it, what you want, nag. And if that doesn't do, cry. Crying always makes them come around. Get what you want. Pound pillows, make a scene, make the home a living hell on earth. But do it with dignity. That is so much more refined than walking up to a ballot box and dropping in a piece of paper. Can't you see that?
I don't want to be misunderstood in my reference to women's inability to vote. Of course she could get herself to the polls and lift a piece of paper. I don't doubt that. What I refer to is the pressure on the brain, the effect of this mental strain on a woman's highly delicate nervous organization and on her wrought sensitive nature. Have you ever pictured to yourself election day with women voting? Can you imagine how women, having undergone this terrible ordeal, will have their delicate systems all upset and come out of the voting booths and will be led away by policemen and put into ambulances while they are fainting and weeping, half laughing, half crying, having fits upon the public highway? Don't you think that if a woman is going to have a fit, it is far better for her to have it in the privacy of her own home?
And how shall I picture to you the terrors of the day after election? Divorce and death will rage unchecked. Crime and contagious disease shall stalk unbridled in this land. Oh, friends, on this subject, I feel